What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Till, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Follow all the socials. Follow the clothing brand. And Jesus love y'all. Let's do it. We got wife suspects cheating and finds her husband's sick secret instead. Let's do it, bro.
I found some stuff on my husband's phone. And here's
Bro, what?
I've seen this. And I never thought it would happen to me. And we got 2 kids. One of them.
The case begins inside a home in Cedar Springs, Michigan, where deputies respond to a call from a woman who has just discovered something on her husband's phone that she can't ignore. They speak with her at the residence, where she explains, through tears, that she found images involving children on the device and immediately knew that what she was looking at was not accidental or harmless.
I found some stuff on my husband's phone. And here's
Where's he at?
he left because he knew.
He knew?
Yeah, he was acting really weird this morning about his phone. Yeah, sorry.
Your
My dad, yeah. That's my mom.
What state is this in, bro?
So I took it out of his pocket and looked at him. His phone.
Robert, you know it's a 12-year-old.
0, sand yellow,
Like
gray,
the title or
red
whatever.
4 with 1.
Like it, I don't know.
Okay, I can't search it. That's his phone.
Yeah.
I can't.
What you mean you can't search it, bro? The freak you talking about you can't search it? So you just uselessly came over here, bro. Bro, bro, what? What you mean you can't search it, bro? You need a warrant to search it, brother? Like what?
I am not asking you to search it.
I will search it.
I'm not
I will
asking.
do that.
I'm not asking you to, and I'm not making you an agent of the state. Okay?
I
'Cause
understand
that's
that
how.
if I go through it, that's not going to mess up any investigation.
As far as I'm not gonna ask you to.
What, they gotta have suspicion,
Okay,
bro?
but can I willfully?
It's up to you.
I'm sorry. This is not what.
Has he ever been in trouble for this type of thing?
Not to my knowledge. I took his computer too.
Okay, I'll take both of those. Where's he at?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did he make any suicidal statements or?
No. Well,
Like
the
that?
last thing I said to him was, "You're going to prison." And then he left. Sorry, I can't show it to you.
Did you bite?
And that's as far as I got.
What is that? Is that a website?
Yeah.
Is that? Is it just a picture? Or?
Yeah. It's like an AI thing.
She tells officers she didn't confront her husband or try to rationalize it away, because once she saw the content, she felt she had only one option, which was to call the police. That call starts the Mark LaBelle case, a case rooted in a decision made inside a family home before any arrest, charges, or headlines existed.
I have computers.
Is that the only electronics you have access to that you're aware of?
Well, we have a PlayStation 5, and then my daughter has a couple games, but
Come over here, man. Is that the only video that you saw? Or was there any videos, or was it just that?
I haven't looked through it. Just called you guys.
Do you have that open still so I can just kind of...
Inside the house, deputies ask her to carefully walk them through how she found the images, where the phone was, and what specifically appeared on the screen.
Run me through how this all played out.
So, I was sitting there in some cold bed, and we're supposed to put out, and he just disappeared. And after I got him settled down, I was trying to find him, and I walked out to our daughter's side door, and he, threw his phone in his pocket and standing in there, and looked all frazzled, and I was like, what the heck? And he was like, oh, I was just talking to Eddie, which is his friend, and he was acting really weird, so he grabbed a leaf blower and started leaf blowing the grass out of the garage, and I took it out of his pocket and walked away with it, and he followed me, because I thought it was cheap, and he followed me, and he was like, give me my phone, and I was like, give me your passcode, and he was like, no, and this went on for an hour, we were just going back and forth.
Was you here for any of this?
No, they showed up at the last second. I was just telling them, get out, you're obviously cheating, this is super weird, and he eventually was like, if I give it to you, passcode, can we have a conversation, and I was like, no, or I said, yeah, give me your passcode, and he did, And then I was like, okay, now you can go. I didn't even look at it yet. And then they showed up, so I got kids ready because I wanted them to leave because I thought he was cheating. So I thought we were going to have a conversation about that. So they get the 2 kids and walk out. And then I pull it up to this time and see that. So then I came back out and told my dad to come back in with me so I could grab my stuff and go because I was just going to go to the police station with it. But I just didn't tell you guys because I'm so disgusted.
And then what happened with him?
He just left.
I told my mom to take the single because I'm not going to be here because I'm now freaking out. And my dad stayed back when we were over here. He came out now and stuck him up.
Did he say anything to you about what
No,
you saw? or
so when I went back in the room. I was still in pajamas because it started early, and to get dressed. And I looked around the corner in our bedroom, our master bathroom, and I said, "You're going to prison." And I just walked out.
Did he say anything to you
No.
in response?
No.
What was his body language?
This is my job too. I'm an emergency nurse. I worked at the Boss for 3 years. In the ED, I have seen this shit and I never thought it would happen to me. And we got 2 kids. One of them's
That's very disturbing, bro. Y'all got kids and bro watching stuff like that, son.
I just
Bro's a weirdo.
Get out, and he was like, alright, then I'll leave. And I'm like, what is on your phone that's so bad that, like, you know I would kick you out over it? Like, and he made comments about me in therapy, and
What do you mean you in therapy?
Nah, facts.
And he was like, I need therapy. Like, he kept saying something like that, and then he told me that he was looking at porn of a pregnant woman, and I was like, that's not bad enough to make me leave. Like, whatever, what is your problem? And then he said, this went on for like an hour back and forth, where I kept saying, just get out. And he kept
Buddy
saying,
was definitely beating around the bush, bro.
There's something on this phone that's so bad that you're willing to leave over it, so it's not. And
What's he drive?
an F-150.
As she speaks, officers document her account in detail, understanding that early statements like this are critical, especially in cases involving digital evidence. They take possession of the phone and begin the investigation, still not knowing where the strongest evidence will ultimately be found. But one of the most concerning things about the case was just about to be discovered.
Are you gonna go with them?
Yeah, I think at least so you guys find them or do whatever. I don't know what. I've got 2 kids.
Okay. I just need to know you're in the same place.
Yeah,
Where does he work at?
Cedar Springs Public School. He's amazing.
Bro, he works at a public school.
Bell, who had just been accused of child pornography, works as a maintenance worker at Cedar Springs Public School.
Bro, it's like, oh wait, bro. Most of these videos, bro, that be having something to do with like dudes being weirdos and like messing with kids or something like that, bro. They always got some kind of job involving them being around kids, bro. I just don't understand, bro. That crap weird, son. Like, bro.
That definitely shouldn't be allowed to go on. On learning this, the school immediately
Who the freak
suspended
these-
the suspect.
Who the freak the school is behind, bro?
Pending further investigation. 2 days later, detectives later interview Mark LaBelle, and he admits to consuming pornography and describes it as an addiction. But when asked about illegal material, he claims the images were AI generated and insists that no real children were involved.
AI generated, bro?
You just got less.
AI generated. Seriously, bro?
So she doesn't
The
get
freak
less.
we talking
That's
about?
not bad.
And I need to know if I need to open these downloads in a private setting or.
Right. Yeah, I
Know what I'm saying?
don't think I ever downloaded anything.
I'm sorry, I meant the phone download.
Oh, right.
So that would be
Oh, right.
your search history,
Right.
everything that you
Well-
type into that phone.
Yeah, the images that you'll find on, I don't know if it works that way or not, but so the AI generates images, and then I don't know if it works that way or not, if you'll see those, but
Yeah. She'll see exactly what was on the screen of that phone will be in the download.
right.
So like,
So yeah, you'll see, it's AI, so it's not perfect, so it does a lot of weird stuff sometimes, but yeah, it'll be, just a lot of graphic images of basically that.
Of what?
Of what, bro?
I don't know, like kids and adults.
How old
and,
kids?
Varies probably from tend to even, into adulthood really, because I was just doing things like, I was looking up, like,
Bro, it's capping, bro. Come on, bro. What the freak is he talking about? Bro tried to blame it on AI, son. Tried to blame it on AI. I didn't heard it all, bro.
celebrities too and whatnot.
Sure, so you're just kind of working out new searches,
Yeah, I was just doing
messing
it.
with it.
Yeah, it was literally just, It was
Like just normal or something. Yeah, I was just, yeah.
making it basically.
Okay, and how often do you think you created these images?
For about a week straight, pretty much every day, every night it seemed like. Like it was
This dude
I don't know,
weird.
something new and exciting.
Investigators
exciting.
note the explanation without challenging it directly, then request consent to examine his electronic devices. LaBelle agrees, a choice that quietly changes the direction of the case.
Did you guys want to go through that garage where all this stuff is? Because if he was hiding something.
We just did.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am. So, didn't find anything. I know that might not feel a whole lot different than if we did. But, we went through that. I tossed that truck. I mean, you know it. It's not many hiding spaces there. It's pretty clean. So, I don't at all want to dismiss your concern.
Yeah.
But I think at this point we've done everything that we can.
I appreciate you guys coming. I didn't realize, the way it was described to me, the picture found on that phone was like over that.
Was what?
It was like over that. Like internet.
It's hard to say. But knowing that Detective Van Ree is an expert and he deals with this sort of stuff, sort of like Sergeant Cardenas, all the time. So that's all they work. So I'm confident in his assessment that he could not confidently say that that picture was a camera intended to surveil somebody without their knowledge. And I have seen those, plenty of them. So I don't...
What's with the hidden camera?
It honestly could be used for a lot of things. We, at my house, I've used not trail cameras, but like fishing line type of camera to find a wire to move a thermostat.
Mine might have been a maintenance man, but my dad did all that kind of stuff.
Listen, like I said, I don't want to dismiss your concern at all, but we, at this point, have left no stone unturned.
Have you searched his house? His dad's house? Like whatever he took? Because he took
No,
out of here
facts.
a blue bag full of crap. I don't know.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough for that.
Bro, it's not like these police not helping, bro. Like, first when they pulled up to the house, Buddy gonna say, I can't search the phone. So what's the point of you even, like, being, like, what can you do, fam? Like, we trying to get this dude, like, jammed up for doing some weird crap. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, help us help you. No lie, bro. Bro just standing here, like, can't do nothing. Like, bro, come on, son. Like, what the freak are you useful for?
But we did anything that was on his phones, his iCloud, his computer, all of it. We've searched it, and I have not found a shred of evidence that indicates anybody from your family was involved.
Okay.
But
Good.
That part is illegal. You cannot create AI images of juveniles involved in sexual activity or child wreck or any of it. But we didn't find that. And like I said, I'm not saying you didn't see that, but I'm saying we didn't find it.
it
So
was the first thing on his phone.
yeah, even if he was searching under an incognito browser, we don't have the image.
So you telling me,
Now,
bro, what?
That if we would have found 5 more images or 2 more videos, that wouldn't have changed the charge. I mean, he was charged with aggravated possession of child sexually abusive material. So that the difference between those 2 things would not have changed his charge at all. We got him with the most that we could have.
I understand that, but if there's without proof that
When you see the judge for those custodial rights or child visitation, just make sure you're voicing those opinions.
and there
Their burden of proof and their decisions are made separate from ours. So I'm confident that any judge will come to the same conclusion as you have. Like, it's hello, right? Like, you can see how easy one would be connected to the other. But as far as charges and evidence, we don't have enough. But like I said, if that does change, if all of a sudden he wakes up and wants to have an honest conversation, not the conversations that he and I
Then get him gone. Wire him up, bro. Record secretly. Get him gone, fam.
Believe me. Like
I've heard those that.
yes. So, I appreciate your time. I mean, you cutting out of work.
If I can find that computer monitor, whatever that he tore down, the rest of that, I guys want that. He never threw anything away, so he either has it or it's somewhere.
The monitor is of no help.
Not like whatever is in the.
If you've got something, give me a call. And we'll work through that. And I'll talk with either Paul, Detective Van Ree, or Detective Day. And they are experts in those sort of things. And I want to make sure that we have all the evidence that's available. There's nothing else right now.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Do you have any other questions or anything else we can do for you while we're here?
I appreciate you guys coming out.
When deputies follow up with LaBelle's wife, they explain that the phone she reported does not contain child sexual abuse material. The update is unexpected and briefly raises questions about where the investigation will lead. But detectives are careful not to treat the absence of evidence on one device as proof of innocence. Instead, they continue forward, knowing that digital cases rarely hinge on a single piece of hardware. That decision pays off when forensic analysts examine LaBelle's laptop and uncover more than 100 images of child sexual abuse material.
Got him. Got him, bro.
Several of the images are confirmed through the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Missing and exploited children?
Whose abuse has already been documented by authorities. At that point, the AI explanation collapses, and the case moves from uncertainty to confirmation. The material is real, illegal, and extensive. By October 24th, court records show he is no longer employed at the school, and the district issues a statement emphasizing that he did not work directly with the students, and that no students are believed to be involved.
Of course the school district gonna put that out, bro. They don't want nobody to trip.
While the investigation continues outside the school system.
How do you know that's true?
Bring LaBelle in for a second interview, where they outline what was found on his laptop and explain that the images have been confirmed as known child sexual abuse material.
And I wanted to give you an opportunity to explain what was on that laptop, because like we spoke about before, I mean, this is your opportunity to bear everything. And what I told you before is I feared that, and I still had concern that what was on the laptop, either you're not accepting that that's yours, or you're trying to pawn it off on somebody else, and it's not getting to the root of your issues.
Right, I'm not trying to pawn it off on it, but like I said, I don't think anybody else would have access to it, because I don't know, but, I mean, I downloaded a thing called the Fappening.
Fappening? Get the freak out of freak crowd, bro. Oh, bro. Bro, nah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Which had like a lot. It was like a leak of people's pictures or something. So I downloaded that. So there was probably a bunch of pictures of random stuff. I don't know what would be on there. I never even got a chance to go through all of them. There were so many, I didn't realize it. Other than that, I have no idea.
Bro, this dude fighting some demons,
So
bro.
let's talk specifically about the child sexually abusive material that's on that laptop. I
Dude
want
has
to know
some demons
where
on
you
it,
got
bro.
it.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you there. I don't know.
The freak you mean you don't know what to tell him, bro?
Actually associated on that laptop, as far as that's, because I've never downloaded anything like that, or the only thing I've ever done was go to a website a long time ago on it, and it was like a forum, let's say, that just brings you to another website, but I've never downloaded anything or anything like that, because, clearly I knew what I was doing was not right by any means, but I don't.
Dang, straight is not right,
I've never
son.
had anything other than that. I've never watched a video or anything. These are all just pictures that are online.
I do full crap, bro. You full of crap, bro.
Online. Do you remember what the website was called?
So the forum just takes you to random like number websites. So I don't know. The forum was like something land or something like that. And then you click on something and it brings you to another website, and then it's just an IP address basically. So I don't recall exactly. Yeah, I can't believe there was actually anything on there. I really didn't know that.
So you have nothing else to give for that?
I really don't. I literally never downloaded anything that I know of.
They caught you red-handed, bro.
So like I said, I went through our Internet Crimes Against Children, downloaded all of your devices, and your possession in the laptop was child abusive material, child sexually abusive material. We call child porn.
Right.
So I need to know who the pictures are of, because that was the
That I would know.
okay.
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know how it got on my laptop because.
You don't know how it got on your laptop if you're the only one that use your laptop.
By accident. Okay.
Bro,
I'm
what?
not saying I did. I just don't, because I don't know how it could have gotten there. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense, especially because you had over 100 images.
Exactly.
2 of those files were recognized by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children's database as having
Yeah, so.
hash values that are child porn. But there are those other images that
Right.
are unknown. So I need to know where you got them.
Like I said, the only thing I know that I downloaded was the thing called the Fappening, I think it was called. And they might have been mixed in with that. I don't know.
Okay, but what about going to the website?
No. No.
Because that is traditional child porn tradecraft.
Right.
Of one website to another, to another, to another.
Right. I've never
You just
downloaded
don't.
anything. I really have. I don't know how that, like, I didn't even know it was on there.
Okay, have you viewed it? Have you viewed child sexually abusive material?
That's what I'm saying is, I don't know how it went on there. I know I use this AI stuff. Anything else I did was.
It's not AI, and it's
Right, bro. It's not AI, bro. Stop saying
There is
AI before I piece you up, bro. You talking about?
erotica, which is different, but the material is yours.
Yeah.
It's on your laptop.
There ain't no denying it, bro.
No idea. I really don't. I mean, for one,
This dude got a problem, bro.
years ago, I wouldn't even remember if I wanted to, but
But when you fled your house, when you knew the police were coming,
I
what
wanted
did you
to-
grab?
well, I grabbed my laptop, but I wanted some form of communication
The
with that.
keyboard doesn't even work.
Instead of your phone, you grab a laptop for a form of communication, bro, when you leave your house, bro. What the freak is we talking about, fat boy?
Right. Well, you're right, it doesn't. But
So
you can use an external
What?
keyboard for a laptop.
what this
on.
investigation,
But yeah, of course. You can get one for $5.
what this investigation is going to outline is that your wife found
She rubbing the table,
sees them
bro.
on your phone, and then we get involved.
Right.
And we have a conversation and you say, no, all I've made is AI images, and I
Right.
give you the opportunity, and we have this long conversation, the 3 of us, and I download the phone, and okay, there's not a lot there. Those AI images, I don't feel confident that they were intended to depict a pubescent or prepubescent child.
Right.
They're kind of, they're in that gray area.
Well,
And I
it's
say-
AI, it's not.
Right, but you know as well as I do that producing AI child porn is illegal.
Right, well, I didn't know that then, because I mean, I just didn't know, I also figured it was a gray area, because it's not real.
Bro, it is real.
I mean, clearly more,
Bro, come on, son.
but, and when I started.
You could tell she getting aggravated, too.
And then the AI itself decided to show me that, and that's kind of where it spiraled from.
The AI
Didn't
decided
even
to show
ask
you
for
that.
it. It's a technology that should not exist.
So that's where you want to end this, is that you have no culpability of.
I really don't know how it, I probably, I can't tell you how that got on my laptop, I really don't know.
Alright,
I
so
don't download stuff.
at this point, you are under arrest for aggravated possession of child sexual material and using a computer to commit a crime with 10 years or greater, both of those being 10 years.
Dang, you got the 10 years, shawty.
And empty your pockets, everything out of this table, please.
He finna cry.
As the detective explains the severity of the situation and what will happen next, LaBelle is arrested on October 29th, 2024, and charged with aggravated possession of child
Felony
sexually
sentence
abusive
up to 10
material,
years.
along with using a computer to commit a crime. Bond is set at $50,000, and the case moves through the courts until February 2025, when LaBelle pleads no contest to the possession charge in exchange for the computer crime charge being dropped. Sentencing is scheduled for April 25th, with LaBelle facing up to 10 years in prison, a potential $50,000 fine, and lifetime sex offender registration.
I'm glad we got what we needed. Justice, bro. Shout out to that woman for not protecting or enabling this nasty monster. She made the right call to not minimize it or ignore it. Many people unfortunately do. Thank you for blurring her face. She's a victim of his sick. Good for a wife for immediately taking action. I'd rather him be cheating with the mistress than this. The AI companies should report anybody trying to make child material like that. Bro, are you missing the plot, bro? I never comprehend how anyone can get off by looking at children. That's a special kind of sick. No lie, though. Man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, bro. Turn on notifications, bro. I'm Tib. I'm out.